Imagine an island, isolated and surrounded by nothing but the vast expanse of the sea. On this island there stands a fortress, a relic of the past, Fort Jefferson. Nestled in the Dry Tortugas, this stronghold bears witness to history, its weathered bricks steeped in tales of war, disease, and despair. It's an architectural marvel, a testament to human resilience, and yet it is known for something far more unsettling. But beneath its imposing facade, the fort holds a chilling secret. It is said to be haunted. The earliest accounts of paranormal activities date back to the late 19th century. As the ink of history was still fresh, tales of the unexplainable began to seep from the stone walls of Fort Jefferson. The fort, isolated in the Dry Tortugas, is a haunting silhouette against the horizon, a silent sentinel with a dark past that whispers through the corridors. The early accounts of ghostly encounters are as chilling as the ocean breeze that sweeps across the fort. These stories tell of spectral soldiers still standing guard, their ghostly forms flickering in the moonlight, as if time had trapped them in their eternal duty. Soldiers who once walked these grounds, their laughter and shouts echoing through the halls, now roam as silent phantoms, their presence felt in the chill of the air and the inexplicable sensation of being watched. The fort's eerie silence is often broken by inexplicable sounds. Footsteps echo through empty corridors. Disembodied voices whisper from the shadows, their words indistinguishable, but their tone unmistakable. The clanking of chains resounds in the dead of night, a chilling reminder of the fort's history as a prison during the Civil War. There are also tales of ghostly apparitions appearing to the living, their spectral forms bathed in an ethereal glow. Soldiers clad in their Civil War uniforms, their faces etched with the weariness of a long-forgotten war, are said to walk the fort's ramparts. These apparitions often vanish as quickly as they appear, leaving a chill in the air and an unforgettable imprint on the minds of those who witness them. These early accounts have been passed down through generations, their details sometimes blurred by the fog of time, but their essence remains intact. Each story, each encounter, adds another layer to the rich tapestry of mystery and intrigue that shrouds Fort Jefferson. These early accounts laid the foundation for the fort's haunted reputation, which only grew over time. Like a dark legend, the tales of the ghosts of Fort Jefferson continue to captivate, each echo, each apparition, a thrilling reminder of the fort's spectral inhabitants. One of the most famous ghost stories from Fort Jefferson is that of Dr. Samuel Mudd. Now, Dr. Mudd's tale is one steeped in controversy, heroism, and ultimately, a haunting. Born in Maryland in the early 19th century, Dr. Mudd was a physician who became infamous for his association with John Wilkes Booth, the man who assassinated President Abraham Lincoln. Accused of conspiring with Booth, Dr. Mudd was sentenced to life in prison and ended up in Fort Jefferson, a remote fortress located on the Dry Tortugas Islands about 70 miles west of Key West, Florida. It was at this fortress that Dr. Mudd's story took a turn. In the late summer of 1867, a yellow fever outbreak swept through the fort. With the only resident physician succumbing to the disease, Dr. Mudd stepped in. He took charge, treating the sick and implementing quarantine measures. His heroic efforts saved many lives, leading to a pardon by President Andrew Johnson in 1869. However, his time at the fort was marked by hardship and isolation. Could it be that his spirit was never able to leave? Reports of ghostly sightings began surfacing years after his death. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a man in 19th century attire, much like the prison uniform Dr. Mudd would have worn. This apparition has been seen in various parts of the fort, often late at night, as if making rounds to check on the sick. Others have reported unexplainable phenomena, like cold spots and the scent of old medicinal herbs, reminiscent of a 19th century infirmary. These mysterious occurrences have led many to believe that it is the spirit of Dr. Mudd, still tending to his patients, still seeking forgiveness for his alleged crimes. Many believe that Dr. Mudd's spirit still wanders the fort, perhaps seeking redemption for crimes he was accused of. His tale serves as a chilling reminder of the fort's past and the spirits that may still dwell within its historic walls. Another prominent specter of Fort Jefferson is the Lady in Blue. This elusive apparition, often spotted near the fort's lighthouse, has been a subject of fascination and intrigue for many years. Her flowing blue dress, her ethereal presence, and the air of melancholy that seems to envelop her have given her a distinguished place in the pantheon of Fort Jefferson's ghosts. Now, every ghost story, as we know, is rooted in a tale of the past, and the Lady in Blue is no exception. Many believe she was a resident of the fort, her life intertwined with the turbulent history of this imposing structure. Others speculate that she may have been a visitor, a woman of importance perhaps, whose connection to the fort was so profound that her spirit chose to linger long after her mortal life had ended. Then, there are those who suggest a more tragic tale. They propose that the Lady in Blue was a victim of love, a woman who waited for a lover who never returned, her despair etching her into the fabric of the fort itself. The lighthouse, where she is most often seen, may have been her vantage point, a place of hope where she watched for the return of her beloved. But that's just one theory among many. Regardless of her identity, the Lady in Blue has become a symbol of the fort's ghostly lore. Her presence is felt by many who visit, her story resonating with those who have a fondness for the past and its many unsolved mysteries. She is a spectral reminder of the fort's rich history, a history that reaches out from the past and touches us in the most unexpected ways. So, who is the Lady in Blue? Is she a lingering spirit, a tragic heroine, or simply a figment of our collective imagination? The answers remain as elusive as the lady herself. Until we know for sure, the mystery of the Lady in Blue continues to intrigue visitors and paranormal enthusiasts alike. The stories we've discussed so far are just the tip of the iceberg. The haunted history of Fort Jefferson is replete with more spectral tales than we could possibly cover in a single sitting. But let's delve further into the supernatural and touch upon a few more ghost stories that have become part of the fort's eerie folklore. There's the unsettling narrative of a soldier's wife, whose melancholic presence is said to linger within the fort's weathered walls. The story goes that she was waiting for her husband's return from battle, but as the days turned into months, her hope gradually turned into despair. Even after her demise, her restless spirit is believed to roam the fort, forever waiting for her love. Witnesses have reported seeing a spectral figure of a woman dressed in period attire, eternally gazing out towards the sea. Then there's the tale of the ghostly children's laughter, a chilling sound that echoes through the fort's empty corridors, especially on quiet nights. These are believed to be the spirits of children who succumbed to yellow fever during the fort's early years. Their innocent laughter, instead of bringing joy, sends a shiver down the spine of those who have heard it. It's a haunting reminder of the fort's grim past. And let's not forget about the phantom soldiers that are said to march on the fort's ramparts. These spectral figures, still loyal to their duty, are often seen patrolling the fort, oblivious to the passing of time. Their ghostly patrols have been witnessed by numerous visitors, adding another layer of mystery to the fort's haunted reputation. These additional narratives, while less known, only enhance the fort's uncanny atmosphere. They serve as a testament to the fort's tumultuous history, filled with despair, loss, and unending duty. The fort, it seems, is a reservoir of spectral energy, where the past refuses to fade away, and the spirits of those long gone still echo their tales. These additional tales add to the fort's eerie atmosphere, making it a hotspot for those interested in the supernatural. Over the years, Fort Jefferson has been the subject of numerous paranormal investigations. Brave souls armed with infrared cameras, digital voice recorders, and electromagnetic field detectors have ventured into the depths of the fort, seeking evidence of the supernatural. These explorers of the unknown have reported a variety of eerie findings. Electronic voice phenomena, or EVP recordings, are often cited as some of the most compelling pieces of evidence. These are sounds found on electronic recordings that resemble speech, but are not heard by the human ear at the time of recording. At Fort Jefferson, investigators have captured numerous EVPs, including unexplained whispers, laughter, and even direct responses to questions posed by the investigators. Alongside these auditory anomalies, investigators have also reported visual phenomena. Infrared cameras have captured inexplicable cold spots, often thought to be indicative of paranormal activity. These sudden drops in temperature, seemingly out of nowhere, are believed by some to be the result of ghostly presences drawing energy from the environment. Moreover, electromagnetic field detectors, devices commonly used in paranormal investigations, have registered significant spikes in activity in certain areas of the fort. These are places where tragic events are known to have occurred, such as the dungeons where prisoners were held, or the quarters where the ill-fated Dr. Mudd spent his days. It's not all about the high-tech equipment, though. Some investigators have reported personal experiences that defy logical explanation. Feelings of being watched, sudden chills, and even the sensation of invisible hands touching them have all been documented by those probing the fort's spectral secrets. Though skeptics may dismiss these findings, believers argue that they provide tangible proof of the fort's haunted nature. Each piece of evidence, each chilling EVP, each inexplicable cold spot, contributes to the narrative that Fort Jefferson is more than just a historical landmark. It's a place where the past refuses to stay buried, where echoes of long-gone lives continue to resonate, and where the line between the living and the dead may be thinner than we think. The ghost stories of Fort Jefferson are more than just chilling tales. They serve as a remarkable reflection of the fort's rich history, bringing to life the stories of the people who once called this place home. Each spectral tale, from the wandering Dr. Mudd to the mysterious Lady in Blue, weaves a thread into the intricate tapestry of cultural heritage that Fort Jefferson represents. The ghost stories have become an integral part of the fort's identity, drawing in curious souls from around the globe. They've had an undeniable impact on tourism, transforming this remote island fortress into a must-visit destination for thrill-seekers and history enthusiasts alike. People are intrigued by the unknown, and the promise of a ghostly encounter can add an exciting twist to an otherwise ordinary historical tour. Beyond the allure of the supernatural, these stories also offer us a unique window into the past. They provide context to the fort's history, painting a vivid picture of the lives, struggles, and deaths of its former inhabitants. They remind us that behind the cold stone walls and rusty iron bars, there were real people with real stories. But as with any tales of the paranormal, there's a divide between skeptics and believers. Skeptics argue that these stories are merely products of the human imagination, fueled by the eerie atmosphere of the desolate fort. They believe that what some interpret as supernatural phenomena can be explained by logical and scientific means. On the other hand, believers maintain that these stories are more than just figments of imagination. They argue that the numerous accounts and consistent descriptions of apparitions are evidence of the fort's haunted nature. To them, the fort's ghost stories are a testament to the enduring spirit of its past inhabitants. The debate between skeptics and believers continues to rage, adding yet another dimension to the captivating allure of Fort Jefferson. This ongoing discourse not only keeps the fort's history alive, but also encourages us to question, to explore, and to keep an open mind. In conclusion, the ghost stories of Fort Jefferson do more than just send shivers down our spines. They contribute to the fort's cultural heritage, boost tourism, and spark fascinating debates about the existence of the paranormal. Whether these stories are fact or fiction, one thing is certain: they add a layer of intrigue to the already fascinating history of Fort Jefferson.